Before we decide which suit to lead, let us answer an easier question. Suppose the suit has already been chosen. Which card should you lead? From King, Queen, Jack 6, lead the King. From King, Jack 10, 9, lead the Jack. From 8, 6, 3, lead the 8. From King 10, 8, 6, 3 against no trump, lead the 6. These are not four unrelated rules. Each card is a message. The King announces touching honors. The Jack announces a lower sequence beneath a higher honor. The 8 warns partner that the suit has no honor support. The 6 suggests length and useful high cards. The opening card must do two jobs. It starts the defensive plan, and it tells partner something about the suit. First, we'll learn how common card combinations help us choose the right card to lead. After that, we'll look at the more difficult decision, choosing the right suit. After the opening lead, dummy is placed face up on the table. Declarer can now see both hands on the declaring side. The defenders can see dummy, but they still cannot see each other's cards. For that reason, the cards they play must also exchange information. The opening lead is the defense's first message. An honor lead often shows a sequence or another strong combination of high cards. A spot card lead often helps partner understand your length and the type of holding you have in the suit. When you make the opening lead, you are choosing the first card for the defense. That card should not only begin the play, it should also help partner understand what kind of holding you have in the suit. Before choosing the card, the opening leader should ask 3 questions. First, what type of holding do I have? A sequence, a doubleton, 3 small cards, or a long suit without a sequence? Second, which card can I lead without giving declarer an unnecessary trick? Third, what information will that card give partner about my holding? Partner then uses that information to decide how to defend the next tricks. A sequence is a group of cards next to one another in rank. King, Queen, Jack is a sequence. Queen, Jack 10 is a sequence. Jack 10, 9 is a sequence. When the sequence contains at least 3 cards, lead the highest card in the sequence. The King, Queen, and Jack have almost the same immediate trick-taking value. If the ace is still out, one of these honors must be spent to force it. Leading the King begins that process without sacrificing a card that may later stop the suit. It also lets partner place important missing honors. If partner cannot see the Queen in hand or dummy, the Queen should be with the opening leader. Common mistake: leading the smallest card because the suit has 4 cards. Fourth best is for an unsequenced holding. A clear 3-card sequence has priority when that suit is selected. Ace-King is a commanding combination, but partnerships do not all lead the same honor. For this beginner lesson, we will use one rule in every example and every exercise. Whenever the selected suit begins with Ace-King, lead the ace. Use that rule against no trump and against a suit contract, with or without additional cards in the suit. This is a classroom agreement chosen for clarity. It tells partner that you hold the top of a powerful honor combination and expect to control or continue the suit. Some partnerships, especially against no trump, give the opening lead of a king from a very strong suit a special meaning. Partner, unblock an honor that may trap my suit, or give the agreed count signal if you have no honor to release. For example, imagine South, the opening leader, has Ace, King, Jack, 10, 8, and North partner has Queen, 6, 2. If the partnership agreement gives the king this special meaning, partner can play the queen under the king, Releasing the queen prevents it from blocking the leader's Jack-10 sequence. This is an important defensive agreement, especially against no-trump contracts. Because this video is designed for beginners, we will not use this method in our exercises. I am introducing it only so that you know it exists. Once you feel comfortable with the basic opening lead principles, discuss this method with your partner and consider adding it to your partnership agreements. The king unblock lead is useful partnership language, but it is not our classroom rule. In this video, AK means lead the ace. Now the sequence is only 2 cards long, king, queen. There is no jack. Against no trump, this 4-card holding is treated as a long suit without a full 3-card sequence. Lead 4th best, the 3. Against a suit contract, the small cards are unlikely to become long card winners because declarer can ruff. Immediate tricks matter more. Lead the king, the top of the 2-card sequence. But if the complete holding has only 3 cards, lead the top honor in either contract. Common mistake. Seeing 2 touching honors and automatically leading the top card against no trump from a 4 or 5-card suit. Ask whether you have a complete 3-card sequence or only 2 touching honors. These are called broken sequences, 2 touching honors with the next card in the sequence missing. The standard lead is the highest card. Why it works. The lead announces the touching honors and may promote the lower cards quickly, but the missing card matters. If the missing intermediate appears in dummy, the lead may help declarer. So a broken sequence is a valid technical lead, not an order to choose that suit regardless of the auction. Common mistake. Treating a broken sequence as safe as a complete 3-card sequence. A complete sequence is more solid. A broken sequence contains a real weakness. An interior sequence has 1 higher honor above a touching lower sequence. In King Jack 10-9, the king is not part of the touching sequence. Jack 10-9 is the sequence inside the suit. Against no trump, lead the highest card in that interior sequence, the jack. The lead says, I have the cards immediately below this one, but I may also have a higher honor. The auction, dummy, and partnership agreement help partner identify the missing high honor. Why it works. The interior card attacks with the touching sequence while preserving the separate high honor as a later stopper or entry. From King Jack 10-9, leading the king would spend the card that may later capture the queen. Against a suit contract. From an ace-headed interior sequence, do not underlead the ace on opening lead. If that suit must be led, lead the ace. From King Jack 10-9 or Queen 10-9-8, the Jack or 10 remains the standard card. Common mistake. Leading the highest card in the whole suit instead of the highest card in the touching interior sequence. When a selected long suit has no sequence, the standard attacking lead is 4th best from the top. From King 10-8-6-3, count down, King 10-8-6. Lead the 6. The small card suggests the leader has length. The leader does not have a sequence that requires an honor lead. The leader normally has useful strength in the suit. Against no trump, small cards can become winners after the opponent's higher cards are gone. The phrase 4th best chooses a card after the suit has been selected. It does not prove that your longest suit is the correct suit. Common mistake. Counting to the 4th card before asking whether the suit is worth attacking. Fourth best is a description, not a command. The rule of 11 shows why a fourth best lead is more than a standard guideline. The card itself gives partner useful information. When South leads fourth best, North can subtract the card led from 11. The answer is the number of cards higher than the lead in dummy, North's hand, and declarer's hand combined. If South leads the 6, 11 minus 6 equals 5. There are 5 cards higher than the 6 outside South's hand. Between dummy and North's hand, partner can see the Queen, 8, Ace, and 10, 4 cards higher than the 6. Only 1 card higher than the 6 remains in East's hand. That information may tell North whether to play high, whether South's lead can win, or whether the suit can be run. Common mistake: using the rule of 11 when the lead may not be fourth best. A high spot from a short suit or a passive lead from a weak suit has a different meaning. From 3 small cards, the traditional standard lead is the highest card. From 8-6-3, lead the 8. This is called the top of nothing. What partner hears? I do not have an honor sequence. I am probably short rather than leading fourth best from an attractive long suit. Do not assume that I want this suit returned. Why it works. The 3 cards have little trick-taking value. You can spend the highest spot to warn partner that the suit is not your source of strength. If the suit is led again, play the 6 before the 3. The high then lower order helps partner distinguish 3 cards from a doubleton. Many strong partnerships lead low from 3 small. Mud, middle, up, down is another agreement. Each method solves one ambiguity and creates another. For a beginner partnership, choose one method and use it consistently. This lesson uses the traditional top of nothing because it makes the message visually clear. With a singleton, there is no card choice problem. Lead the only card. With a doubleton, the standard lead is the higher card, followed by the lower card. What partner hears? A singleton may announce a roughing plan against a suit contract. High then low from a doubleton gives count. When the lower card appears on the second round, partner knows you are out of the suit. Why it works. Against a suit contract, removing your last card can allow a small trump to win a trick. But that is the purpose of choosing the suit. The card itself simply describes the short holding. Do not confuse high from a doubleton with lead and unsupported honor from a doubleton. Queen small or Jack small in an unbid suit is usually unattractive. The carding rule tells you what to lead if the suit must be led. It does not make the suit safe. Common mistake: automatically choosing every singleton or doubleton. Shortness is a possible plan, not proof that the plan will work. When a 3-card suit has 1 honor but no sequence, the standard lead is usually low. From King 7-4, lead the 4. From Queen 8-3, lead the 3. From Jack 6-2, lead the 2. Why it works. Leading low keeps the honor behind declarer's high cards. This is especially important when partner has bid the suit or when the no-trump bidder is on your right. Your honor may become a winner after partner forces out a higher card. Against no-trump, a low card from ace third may be right, especially in partner's suit. Against a suit contract, do not make a blind opening underlead from an unsupported ace. If the suit must be led, lay down the ace under the classroom agreement, or choose another suit. Why the exception exists. Against a suit contract, declarer can win a cheap king or queen and later rough the suit. Your ace may never capture an honor. The brilliant underlead occasionally works, but the practical lesson is simple. On opening lead, it is more likely to cost a trick than to gain one. Common mistake. Applying low from an honor to every honor. The ace against a suit contract is special. When partner has made a natural suit bid, that bid is powerful evidence about which suit to choose. Once you choose partner's suit, your card describes the support you hold. High from a doubleton. Low from 3 or more cards without a sequence. Top of a sequence when the sequence itself is the clearest description. Why it works. Partner already owns the main strength and length. Your job is to tell partner whether the suit can be continued, whether a ruff may be available, and where your honor sits. Artificial bids do not count. Stamen 2 clubs is not a club suit. Even natural 1-level responses may be weak. Listen to the entire auction. Common mistake. Treating every suit named by partner as a real lead request. First, translate the bid. Then, apply the carding agreement. If the defensive plan calls for a trump lead, lead a low trump. From 8-4-3, lead the 3. Why it works. The low card preserves the higher spots and avoids creating unnecessary ambiguity. But remember, which trump is the technical question. Should I lead a trump is a plan question, and doubt is not a plan. This table is not a list of 12 separate rules to memorize. It is a pattern recognition guide. Look at the holding, identify the card combination, and apply the appropriate lead rule. Once you recognize the pattern, choosing the card becomes straightforward. Most convention cards include an opening lead section like this one. It shows the standard card to lead from common combinations, separately against suit and no-trump contracts. It also records partnership agreements, such as 4th best or 3rd and 5th leads. This helps both defenders interpret the opening lead in the same way. Then, the card becomes technical. Let us now test the card selection patterns from Part 1. For each holding, identify the holding type first, and then choose the opening lead. After 4 seconds, the answer and the reason will appear. Against 3 no-trump, what should you lead from Queen, Jack, 10, 5 of spades? The holding type is a complete sequence. Lead the Queen of spades. Against 3 no-trump, what should you lead from King, Queen, 7, 3 of hearts? The holding type is a 2-card sequence in a 4-card suit. Against no-trump, lead the 3 of hearts, your 4th best card. Why? There is no 3rd honor in the sequence, so this holding is treated as an unsequenced long suit against no-trump. Against 4 spades, what should you lead from King, Queen, 7, 3 of hearts? The holding type is a 2-card sequence against a suit contract. Lead the King of hearts. Why? Against a suit contract, immediate high-card tricks matter more than developing a possible winner on the 4th round. Against 3 no-trump, what should you lead from Ace, Jack, 10, 9 of diamonds? The holding type is an interior sequence. Lead the Jack of diamonds. Why? Jack 10-9 is the touching interior sequence beneath the ace. Against 4 hearts, what should you lead from 8-5 of clubs? The holding type is a doubleton. Lead the 8 of clubs. Why? Leading high and then low shows partner that you started with 2 cards. Against 3 no trump, what should you lead from 8, 6, 3 of spades? The holding type is 3 small cards. Lead the 8 of spades. Why? Under our classroom agreement, this is the traditional top-of-nothing lead. Against 3 no trump, partner has bid diamonds and you hold Queen 7-2 in that suit. What should you lead? The holding type is 3 cards to an honor in partner's suit. Lead the 2 of diamonds. Why? Leading low preserves the queen behind declarer's cards. Against 4 spades, what should you lead from Ace 7-3 of clubs? The holding type is an unsupported ace. Do not automatically lead the 3 of clubs. If clubs must be led under our classroom agreement, lead the ace. More often, examine the other suits before committing to clubs. You now know how the opening card describes a selected suit. This is the easy part. The difficult part begins now. Which suit should you select? With standard leads, once the suit has been selected, the choice of card is often close to automatic. Choosing the suit is not automatic. Now you must use all the evidence. The contract, the auction, the shape and strength of your hand, the probable strength and entries in partner's hand. We will use 4 steps. 1. Identify the defensive job created by the contract. 2. Read the auction for length, strength, and entries. 3. Compare the candidate suits in your hand. 4. Choose the suit with the clearest purpose. Only then reopen the technical toolbox and choose the card. If you force out the opponent's high cards, your small cards may become winners. Length has a future. Against a suit contract, declarer may ruff before those small cards become winners. Immediate strength, shortness, trump control, and safe pressure become more important. This is why the same holding may produce a different card against a different contract. It is also why the same complete hand may produce a different suit. Which suit has the best defensive future? Spades is 5 cards long. It contains useful strength. And the heart ace is an outside entry. That combination matters. You can attack spades, regain the lead with the heart ace, and cash established spades. The defensive plan is to establish a long suit while keeping an outside entry. Choose spades. The holding type is a long suit without a sequence. Lead the 6 of spades, 4th best from the top. Why it works. Length produces future winners. The heart ace provides the return trip to cash them. Without an entry, an established suit may remain stranded. A common mistake is leading the heart ace to C dummy. The heart ace is more valuable as the entry that completes the spade plan. Diamonds has 5 cards. Clubs has 4 cards, but clubs contains Jack 10-9. Do not count cards and stop thinking. The club sequence offers a faster and safer route to tricks. The defensive plan is to promote immediate club tricks without giving declarer unnecessary help. Choose clubs. The holding type is a complete sequence. Lead the jack of clubs. The jack forces a higher club while the 10 and 9 support it. The diamond suit has length but no honor and no clear source of tricks. A common mistake is calling diamonds longest and strongest merely because it has 5 cards. Length is useful only when it can become tricks. Your diamonds are 5 cards long, but the opponent's bid diamonds and your diamond holding is weak. Partner has made a natural spade overcall. Partner is likely to have length and an entry. Whose long suit should the defense establish? Partners. The defensive plan is to use partner's known length and probable entries. Choose spades. Your holding is a doubleton in partner's suit. Lead the queen of spades high from a doubleton. Why it works. The queen describes your 2-card support and starts the suit while partner still has entries. Insisting on your own weak diamonds may leave the defense with a suit that cannot be established or reached. Common mistake. A common mistake is leading 3 because it is 4th best from your longest suit. 4th best is the card from a suit you have chosen. It does not overrule partner's bid. This one hand shows why the auction matters. The opponents have shown strength but little shape. Your 2 queen-high suits offer possible development. With no strong clue, prefer the major suit. For the first auction, choose spades. Lead the 2 of spades, 4th best from the top. Now dummy has shown spades. Leading into that known length is less attractive. Diamonds becomes the unbid 4-card suit. For the second auction, choose diamonds. Lead the 2 of diamonds, 4th best from the top. The invitational auction suggests a narrow, balanced game with no obvious long suit race. A passive lead becomes more attractive. Clubs offers a solid 3-card sequence and does not lead away from a queen. For the third auction, the defensive plan is to avoid giving declarer an unnecessary trick. Choose clubs. Lead the 10 of clubs, the top of the 10-9-8 sequence. The key point is this. The hand is the same. The final contract is the same. But the auction provides different evidence. The available card combinations did not change. The auction changed which combination we chose to use. Spades is your longest suit. But declarer has trumps. Before the 5th spade becomes a winner, declarer may ruff. Clubs offers immediate strength. Queen, Jack, 10. The defensive plan is to promote or cash a side suit trick before declarer can ruff. Choose clubs. The holding type is a complete sequence. Lead the queen of clubs. Why it works. The club sequence is both constructive and relatively safe. The weak spade length is slow and may never produce a trick. Common mistake. A common mistake is importing 4th best from longest and strongest from no trump into every suit contract. The contract has changed the value of length. A singleton is dramatic. Lead it, regain the lead, receive a return, and ruff. But beginners often lead singletons compulsively. A useful singleton plan needs 3 things. Test 1. Will the ruff create a new trick? If your trump holding is already King, Queen, Jack, ruffing may merely replace a trump trick you already owned. Test 2. will you still have a trump when partner gets in? An ace or king of trumps can preserve control. 3 small trumps may disappear if declarer draws trumps immediately. Test 3. Can partner gain the lead? Partner's bid is strong evidence. Your own very weak hand is also evidence. If you have almost no high cards, partner is likely to hold the missing strength. Shortness, a trump that would not otherwise win, an entry to partner's hand, and enough time together form a real defensive plan. Simply saying, "I have a singleton," is only an observation. Should you lead the singleton spade? Your 3 small trumps are unlikely to win naturally. You have only 2 high card points. The opponent's reached game, so partner is likely to hold useful defensive strength. This is the kind of hand on which a singleton is a real plan. The defensive plan is to create a new trick with a small trump. Lead the 8 of spades, your singleton. Partner wins the spade ace and returns a spade. You ruff with a small heart, a card that had no natural trick value. You lead a club to partner's ace. Partner gives you a second spade ruff. The defense takes 4 tricks, the spade ace, the club ace, and 2 ruffs. Why it works. The small trump becomes an extra trick. Partner has 2 entries. The defense acts before declarer can draw trumps. Common mistake. A common mistake is describing the result as singletons are good. The singleton worked because the rest of the deal supported the plan. You still have a singleton spade. But look at your trumps, king, queen, jack. Those trumps are likely to produce a trick naturally. If you ruff a spade, you may be ruffing with a card that was already going to win. Clubs offers an immediate attacking sequence. The defensive plan is to establish a side suit trick. Choose clubs. The holding type is a complete sequence. Lead the queen of clubs. Common mistake. A common mistake is treating the existence of a singleton as the end of the decision. Ask whether the ruff adds a trick. The singleton diamond is tempting. But 4 small trumps are not necessarily worthless. If you force declarer to ruff, declarer's trump length becomes shorter. Your long club suit can become a weapon even though the opponents have trumps. The defensive plan is to shorten declarer's trump holding. Choose clubs. Why it works. Suppose declarer has 5 trumps and you have 4. After 1 club ruff, declarer may also have only 4 trumps. Your small trumps can become powerful through length. This is called a forcing defense. Common mistake. A common mistake is assuming small trumps have no value. 4 small trumps can become a defensive asset if declarer can be forced to ruff. Doubt is not a sufficient reason for a trump lead. 1. Stop a cross ruff. 2. Stop declarer from making extra trump tricks in dummy. 3. Make a safe, passive lead when other suits are dangerous. East has shown at least 5 spades and at least 4 hearts. West preferred spades but did not support hearts. Dummy is likely to be short in hearts. Your heart holding contains defensive winners. Declarer may plan to ruff heart losers in dummy. Now, a trump lead has a sentence behind it. I am leading a trump to remove dummy's ruffing power and protect my heart winners. The defensive plan is to stop heart ruffs in dummy. Choose spades, the trump suit. Lead the 3 of spades, low from small trumps. Common mistake. A common mistake is leading the heart ace because it is a sure winner. If declarer can ruff later hearts in dummy, it may be more urgent to remove dummy's trumps. Clubs may look attractive, but partner has made a natural spade overcall at the 2 level. That bid promises a source of tricks and usually an entry. Your spade holding contributes Queen-Jack support. The defensive plan is to cash or promote partner's known suit before declarer can discard. Choose spades. Your holding is 3 cards with a 2-card honor sequence. Lead the Queen of Spades. Why it works. Partner's bid is information about a hand you cannot see. Ignoring that information to lead an unbid suit is betting on a guess instead of evidence. Common mistake. A common mistake is leading a different suit because it looks safer in your own 13 cards. Opening leads are a partnership problem, not a one-hand problem. At the beginning, these were 4 isolated card combinations. Now, they are tools with meanings. King, Queen, Jack is a strong sequence. King, Jack, 10 is an interior sequence. 8, 6, 3 is a top-of-nothing holding. King, 10, 8, 6, 3 is an unsequenced long suit. But a tool is useful only when it serves the plan. First, identify the card combination you hold. Then decide which card describes that combination and what partner will understand from it. After that, consider the contract and the option. Choose the suit that creates the best defensive future. This is the difference between knowing opening lead rules and making an opening lead. Opening leads feel difficult because one card must answer 2 different questions. This teaching method separates them. First, learn the card language. Recognize complete sequences, broken sequences, interior sequences, long suit leads, top of nothing, doubletons, partner's suit holdings, and trump leads. Understand what each card tells partner and why the combination works. Then, face the judgment problem. What does the contract make valuable? What did the auction reveal? Are you trying to establish length, take quick tricks, create a ruff, force declarer, stay passive, or remove dummy's trumps? Choose the suit that serves that plan. Then let the holding choose the card. The plan chooses the suit. The holding chooses the card. That is not a rule that promises the winning lead every time. It is a method that makes every opening lead explainable. And explainable decisions are how beginners become defenders. To strengthen what you have learned in this lesson, I highly recommend watching the upcoming practice video. For each hand, you will first see the question and have time to choose the opening lead yourself. Then I will reveal the answer and explain the reasoning step by step. This is the best way to turn the ideas from this lesson into practical habits at the table. Subscribe to Bridge Lab so you do not miss the practice video and the next lessons in the series. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.